Okay. What are you doing?
Blowback, how fast do you think you could get us over to that area?
How far away is it from where we're at? What was the place called, E?
You want to be going over to someone in Dagenham. Ooh, my connection to the server has been interrupted.
Which server?
Oh, it's back.
Oh, there we are. As everyone's rejoining.
Are we good?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay, so we're in Orbital South. How long do you figure it would take me to get over to Dagenham with a decent roll? This is out of character. So that I can answer it, because my character would know.
You could probably go out there in about 1 hour if you went like fast and took all the back routes and stuff. Otherwise, you'd be looking at a little bit more than 2. Okay. It is probably about 2 or 3 p.m. Probably about 2:30.
I hit pseudo back, and I say roundabouts an hour if we really want to fly. About an hour and a half, 2 hours if you want to take it slow.
Well, Pseudo comes down from wherever he's been and into the room where the rest of you are just showing up. And I turn to Gabriel and Blowback and looking up at Pug as well to include him in the conversation. We should head down there and ask around.
Yep, let's get going.
You need to come with me, I say as I point at Kaber. Because of your face. Do you know how to speak Japanese?
I know.
Then
how to speak Japanese.
I'll be your translator.
Right.
Well, before we head out, I need to call contact Miyosuga.
Okay. I'm not going to try and do the accent because it will be incredibly racist.
I can't either, so go ahead.
All of your accents are incredibly racist. Even the Scottish ones, even the ones from the British Isles are incredibly racist.
Oh,
the Scottish ones are great. I love
that's why it's like completely fair, because they're all terribly racist. You only be racist if you pick on one particular like people. I pick on everyone.
So bad.
So you can't be racist if it's everyone.
So bad.
Oh, hello, Park.
Indiscriminately mean.
Hi, Mio. How's it going?
I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard. Oh.
We are fine. How are you doing? I'm just gonna stop. Like, it's just.
Thank you. Please stop.
Keep going.
It's worse than my other accents. So
Keep going.
I can't. Like, I literally just.
We're getting exclamation points to do it.
Hello.
It's going quite well, Mio. I have a request though, if you don't mind. I'm trying to find someone, and apparently he's Japanese. I'm looking for a decker that maybe you can track down for me.
Okay, if you pass me on the name, I can.
Okay, pass on the name. Goes by Triple Z in the Shadow community.
Roll me charisma plus intuition. I'm afraid that name does not spring to mind.
That's too bad. Thanks for checking, though.
That's okay. I'm sorry I could not help. Dango's dead.
So is there anything specific we're looking for once we get to Dagenham? Do we have anything on this guy aside from the fact that we can look for a motorcycle and that's like it?
The motorcycle is registered for dry cleaners.
Okay.
We don't even know what it looks like. We can ask her.
He looks like a helmet.
He looks like a person wearing motorcycle leathers and a helmet.
We got but we got the details of. Well, we know what Zachary Peterson looks like.
Fair point. Okay. Well, if we can get out there, then we can at least do a little bit of legwork, walk around. I've got no one who would necessarily know that area well.
Have we considered checking out the place where he was getting BTL?
We have not.
At which point, Kaber, Jake calls you back. All right, Kaber. I've got a bit of a fun one for you. I've got someone who can give the information you want, but his accent's completely changed. Now he's Scottish.
I'm not laughing at you.
why.
The chat was being funny. It's the chat's fault.
But I need to hit up a few people. I mean, if you want send me some Noyan this way.
How much are you after?
It's going to be a bit steep.
Go on,
That soul-crushing look in Caber's eyes just then. It's like you could see his soul just shrink a little bit.
1.5k Noyan. I need to pay some people to pay some other people off. I think I found the person you're looking for.
How much was it?
Well, okay, but so you found this person you're looking for, but it's going to cost you. There we go. That's the voice again.
There we go.
You roll the tongue back after every word.
Voice oscillating thing. He's just dicking with you, Caber.
I can't front that just now, mate.
I really can't front that just now. I mean, your line of credit's good with me. We always pay your dues.
Alright, let me phone you back real quick.
Alright.
So I'm just going to ping everyone and just say, like, we can get some pretty good information off of Jake, but it's really going to cost us.
How certain you are that the information is going to be good? Because, I mean, I could get in touch with one of my contacts and see if she knows, but I mean, it's still going to cost either way.
Yeah, it's 1.5k Noyen. Oh, new yen. That's
more than 10% of the job.
That's super steep, man.
I can't front that after the amount we've already given to this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I say we just leave it. I'm just going to
tell him to hold on to the information, though. Make it seem like we can get the money together, but just hold on to just in case we hit any brick walls. So he doesn't like trash bin it or anything.
Yep. I'm just going to ping Jake. I'm just going to just send him a text and say. Actually, no, I'll phone him up. I don't want to send him a text. That's rude.
All right, Kevin, you got the money?
I'm going to need you to sit on it while I free up some funds just now, mate.
I mean, if 1.5 is too steep for you, I mean, we can always talk about something else.
No, I'm interested in the information. I mean, I'll have to get back to you though.
Make a contest.
Fast talk or just con?
It would be con. Okay, I mean, I can always talk about, to my people and see about knocking it down, but I'll settle it for now then, mate.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Boop. What do you want to do?
I figure we head out to Dagenham, right?
Yep, let's hit it.
Okay, so we start heading out there. Do we want to talk about what we want to do once we get there? We go straight to the laundry? Or do we want to give it a wide berth and kind of ask around and see if anybody knows how he comes and goes? Do we want to case this, or do we just want to go into his place and just be like, bam, kick down the door and do whatever? What level of heat do we want to apply here?
They'd all get a message from me just saying he's not the sort to throw his pistol first, or whatever gun he might use. He's more inclined, well, at least as far as the info that I've gotten from the Shadow community, he doesn't seem the sort to turn to violence straight away. I don't think we need to lean too hard on this. Might just make him desperate.
He did seem like a runner from what I saw.
He ran from the Russians, he ran from us. He's not going to fight.
Alright, let's get going then. We'll go in soft.
Alright, we'll head out that way. So we head to Dagenham, I guess. Or I drive everybody.
Are you heading to the laundrette?
Yeah, let's park a block or two away, I guess, so that we can kind of just, like, hoof it. We don't want to spook him or anything like that, I don't think.
Yeah.
If he's, like, around.
Okay. Park a little bit away.
Hoodie and pistols.
Okay. You start walking that way. You notice the laundrette. Make perception checks. Anyone wants to?
Yep.
Do I see the icon of the bike anywhere nearby?
You see the bike nearby. There's actually a row of bikes. Notably, you don't see the one with the license plate that you want. You do, however, see a lot of very similar models of Japanese motorbike out front.
Okay.
So Blowback got 3, Kayla got 1, and Pug got 1. So Blowback, you notice there are a number of Japanese individuals to your trained eye, reasonably nearby, watching the front of the laundrette, several inside the laundrette. And you notice that there's not actually anyone else other than mostly human male people in the laundrette, actually. There's one sort of old lady orc who's sort of bent over, looks a little bit confused. She's putting clothes into one of the drums, but she's like the only person in there. She's looking a bit wary, like, you know, she's maybe coming to the long laundrette today.
I'm gonna approach her and be like, "Are you all right, ma'am?"
You need to go into the laundrette to do that.
Oh, she's inside. Okay.
Yeah.
So I saw her through a window or something.
Yeah. No, the entire front
outside.
is, you know, sheet glass.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd pretty
whatever.
much just walk straight into the back of Blowback because I'm so intently trying to notice something about the laundrette. I just straight into the back of him. He's a pretty small guy.
Yep.
If I'm not looking straight down,
Bam.
pow, bam, straight into
I'm gonna nudge Caber and be like, the old lady inside the building. She looks like she's watching for something. She looks paranoid right now. You think you could talk to her?
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to.
She's gonna start speaking Japanese. You won't know a thing.
That's true.
I'm listening through his comm link.
Make it work.
Actually, I'll walk with him. Actually.
Alright, so me and I just motion over to the troll and say you should probably stay outside. We don't want to spook this old lady.
Is there an alley or anything alongside the building? Like, what's around the building right now?
On one side, it sort of is next to a little grocery store. On the other side, there is a little alley.
Okay, I'm gonna go cover the alley. I'm gonna nudge Pug and be like, "You want to watch the front door? If he comes out, tackle him. We'll take him down and see if we can get our stuff, just in case he's here."
Okay, so you go watch the alley, and you notice that there is a group of about 4 Japanese individuals on a smoke break, just talking and kicking around something.
By individuals, you mean humans or what?
They're all human. They're all male. They're all wearing sort of these, not cheap, but fairly low-end suits. Okay, so Pseudo and Cable walk in the front door. Everybody is watching them very intently. Except for the old lady, who's just like...
Which setting is it? 40, 50... 60. There we go.
Caver's gonna rob this woman blind.
Colours.
Get her cred stick. Get her cred stick.
Yes. There are colours. There we go. Blind daylight robbery.
And she sits down in front of the drum, watches it start to spin.
I'm going to sit down beside the old lady.
What are you doing, Pansy?
Hi.
You say it in Japanese or English, though?
She's speaking English.
Okay.
Hi, lovely old lady.
I push this message to both Blowback and Pug, just saying, I like her. I like her already. This is a keeper.
Pug just grins.
Everlasting love.
Don't you step on me, pointy ears, or I'll show you something.
You're going to show me something? I've just met you.
I know your sort. You're putting us people down.
I am honestly not like any elf you've ever met, darling.
Oh, I bet. Piss off.
Oh, that's a bit rude.
While he's having this
She puts her hand inside her handbag.
Do I notice any icons around?
Yeah, loads. But you do notice that all of the people surrounding the building are running silent, who are in the suits, human males. They don't seem to have anything on them. But you could quite easily, given your time, find that, yes, they are running silent comm links. and they are attached to pistols, or in some cases, machine pistols.
Okay. And these are just people standing, humans standing all around the...
Yeah, there's also a fair few in the back who are also similarly armed.
Okay, and the lady?
Oh, she has a Defiant EX Shocker taser.
Okay.
In her handbag.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That 2 stun is going to hurt.
I'm pushing a message to Kaver. Watch your step. That's all I'm going to say. I'm pushing a message to everyone else. There's a taser in here. I kind of hope that he pushes his step.
I was going to say to the old lady, I'm really sorry if I've annoyed you in any way. I'm just waiting on my laundry getting done. And
yeah, well, wait on your laundry the other end.
Alright, fine. Jeez. I'm a pissed off, man. I'm gonna just, like, message...
Yeah, that's right, you better run.
I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna message her. I'm like, you're gonna have to talk to that old bitch before I shoot her like I did the last one.
You gotta crawl up on
I'm going to push a message to everyone else saying, I strongly advise against doing anything aggressive here. And then, one by one, arrows are just going to start popping up on only their field of view, just pinging each of the silent running people and the pistols and the machine pistols they've each got. Just moving one at a time. I could just push them all at once, but I'm making a point.
Ding, ding,
we are completely surrounded by armed
and each
individuals.
time you put up one of these like little pings, the Metal Gear Solid like alert sound plays. Every single time. And you know to good, there's probably 20, maybe 30 individuals in here. Or around the building itself.
I'm also going to push a message back saying, I'm not a talker. I'm honestly, you've got more chance of charming her than I have, even though she seems to see you for what you are.
Winer and diner, man. You got this.
For the
We
team.
believe in you.
Are there any of the suit people outside?
Yeah.
Like by the grocery store?
There's quite a few of them like standing next to these bikes that are quite nice.
Did Blowback say that this place was kind of Yakuza?
That was the assumption.
Yeah, I think we were under the impression that it was affiliated. So we might want to tread lightly since we're not exactly super good friends with the Russians yet. I doubt that we have any like protections or anything afforded at the moment.
Blowback gets a message from me asking, do you know anything about etiquette?
Yakuza etiquette?
Yeah.
Nah. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of Japanese that I picked up when I was in the Barrens, but that's about it. I can hold a conversation, ask you where the bathroom is.
That might be enough. Except the bathroom, just say bad guy.
Donde está el bad guy?
That is the most weird Japanese I've ever heard. Gotta be honest. Don't think you're asking the right questions there. I think whoever told you that was asking for the bathroom in the bar was pulling your leg, my mate.
Que tal, Ome?
Okay, so one of the guys wearing the kind of the cheap suit inside walks over to Kaba, goes, I think you met a leave.
Excuse me?
You're not gonna put any clothes in the dryers? He looks you up and down. You're obviously not carrying any clothes or anything. I think it's time you left, sir. He said it with a Japanese accent.
I hear the Japanese accent. I'm sorry.
Sir, I think it is best you left.
Why did you make him do that? That was mean. That was just mean.
It's gonna sound like Michael Scott's Ping impression or whatever from The Office.
That's just so mean.
It's gonna be.
See, I was going for like Kim Jong-il from Team America.
Mad day, man.
Oh, hello, Kaba.
Okay, let's stop offending people now because it's dodgy.
Yes.
Right.
I'm going to say it to the guy. I'm going to say, I'm actually here for a reason. I'm looking for a close friend of mine. I'm going to say I'm looking for I'm looking for Z. Is he around?
Okay.
I'm so glad you've got first impressions. I'm so glad.
I know.
No, sir. I do not know what you're talking about. Now, please leave.
Oh, man.
A couple of others move around you, and you've now got 3 guys giving you attention.
I'm heading out.
Okay.
Okay, well, since the talky one is leaving...
they also look over at you, Pseudo, since you did come in with him.
Yeah, no. Since the talky one is leaving, Pseudo just kind of bows his head and says, I'm very sorry for interrupting you, but he says that in Japanese.
What quality Japanese do you have? It's like 4?
I've got 3 with a speciality for
3.
speaking, which means I roll 10 dice.
For simplicity's sake, yeah, sure, roll it. Go on. It might be amusing if you glitch.
Very amusing. Oh, please don't glitch. I will be rolling edge if this does actually glitch. I'm just going to say that right now. This would be my social. Is that right?
Yes.
Right. 3 successes.
They nod at you.
Okay.
Despite your affiliation.
Well, I honestly don't even know why we keep you around, Elf.
Not my fault.
I
That old lady's a
think
bitch.
it actually is. You clearly did some weird pixie magic. Pissed her right off.
I'm gonna do a
Now
perception
what?
check down the alley while I'm standing there just to kind of see. You said they were kicking
Sure.
something around or they were doing something.
Go for it.
On a smoke break.
Nah.
They're having a smoke break. Japanese men kicking what appears to be maybe a tin can or something. You're not too sure. Okay.
Sounds good. What do we want to do, guys?
Well,
I don't think we leave yet. We don't have the information.
Yeah. You guys want to talk up the guys by the bikes, maybe?
I
Sure.
pushed the message to everyone saying that this is clearly something, but I mean, it literally could be nothing. It could just be this. We haven't got a line straight back here. We just know that the bike came from here. We don't know that it has anything to do with Triple Z or that he with them.
Where are you having this conversation?
I'm pushing the message to them. And
Okay,
I'm still
that's fine.
outside.
All right. Well, I'm really convinced that we need to stick around at least a little longer. I don't want to piss anyone off though, but I'd like to head up to the bikes and see if we can't, or at least myself, introduce myself and just try to talk to these guys in Japanese. Very poor Japanese.
Okay. Kaba, Pseudo, where are you? You're still standing right outside the door.
Yeah, I'm stood where Kaba was.
Okay.
I'm heading towards Blowback.
Okay, so you head.
Seeing him heading over there, though, I start listening through his comlink.
Okay, at which point the 3 guys who talked to you inside will come out and stand in front of the door right behind you, Pseudo, and motion for you to move on.
At which point I just turn around and politely nod and start walking away.
Man, they don't
Okay.
like elves in this neighborhood, do they?
I like this neighborhood.
Pug comes over. Okay, what do you want to do?
I just want to introduce myself, apologize for the pointy-eared idiot back there, and just see if you can help me. I'm trying to find someone.
Okay, you say that in English. Roll Persuade.
No, say in Japanese. Very poor Japanese.
What's your Japanese rating?
4.
Okay. Roll me charisma plus Japan. No, sorry, it's intuition plus Japanese because it's a language. Just for your knowledge of Japanese itself. Two successes. It's halting, but you managed to get out the sentence you wanted. Roll me persuade, which you don't have, so it'll be charisma -1.
Which you almost don't have, so it's going to be 2.
They look at you and go, "Oh, if you're the elf, please, move on.
All right, apologize again. Let's move on.
Okay, make a perception check. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
God, we're terrible at this.
I think we should stick to the shooty missions.
I don't know. Blowback, you've got Japanese. You think you can do something?
My charisma's just as bad as yours, though. I could probably do the Japanese roll, but chances are I'm gonna fail to persuade.
I push the message to everyone that it is literally gonna look like each of us, one after the other, is trying to talk to the same people to get the same information, because that is actually what we're doing.
I'm going to try and head down the alleyway to the guys that are kicking the can. Okay. I'm going to assume I haven't been watching what's been going on.
The guys out front, like, only a couple of meters away, so see you going towards the alley.
Literally stop and kind of look at him like, is he actually going to do what I think he's... That's not a good idea, but I don't say anything. I'm in one of those, I'm actually watching a train about to crash kind of moments.
Okay, you walk into the alley.
And he never walks out again.
You're in the alley now. The 4 guys who are kicking the can around all kind of stop and look at you walking down the alley towards them. Everyone else notices that the 3 guys out front, 2 of them peel off and now stand at the front of the alleyway.
Hashtag blame Caber. I'm going to say hello to the 4 guys that are sitting kicking the can.
In English, you say hello.
The only person amongst us who can't speak Japanese.
Yes, in English, I shall say hello.
It's London, after all.
Okay. One of them steps forward. Oh, hello there, little man. This guy is a little bit more built than you. You're quite slender, you're an elf, so...
Yeah.
About the same height. He walks up to you.
I'm actually looking for someone who lives
smoke
around
in your
here.
face.
It's one of my buddies.
You're gonna die.
It's a dwarf.
Who would that be? Starts to walk around you.
It's a dwarf. He's called Zachary. Goes by ZZZ.
Which way are the guys facing that just boxed him into the alley? Because I was standing down at the end of it. Are they facing towards him?
User in your channel timed out.
User in our channel timed out? What was that?
I think Avik just... No, he's moving now. I don't know what that was.
Yep, we've lost Avik. No.
The ghost in the machine strikes again.
He glitched himself out.
Yep.
User joined your channel.
I'm back!
Yay!
Welcome back.
See, that's the problem with the Residence
Realms, man. I couldn't watch it anymore. I just...
Okay.
I mean,
so,
I know he's a jerk, but I don't want to watch him die.
Blowback. The 2 are facing away from you, looking towards Caber. The other 4 are facing around Caber and is up the semicircle. There's one who came out following Caber and Suda, who's at the front watching you guys, particularly Pug. And there's a couple of others at the front as well who are paying you a lot of interest. Caber, roll Judge Intentions.
Okay, duck.
No, don't. That was terrible advice.
6.
Wow.
Okay, for start, by the way, chat, yes, we've started using TeamSpeak rather than Skype. You will notice because we are not having as many issues as usual, surprisingly enough. Yes. Also, Caber. He stops for a second when you say Zachary and ZZZ. Throws a cigarette on the ground, stamps it out, leans in. You can sort of smell this sort of greasy hair gel almost now.
I was wondering about that.
It's because it's on his head.
Smells like watermelon, by the way.
How do you know that name?
He's a friend of mine. We've run the shadows a few times.
Friend of yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listening in on this conversation, Pseudo pushes a message to Kaber's screen, and at this point, most of his messages have got like a little header saying, "Don't just stop and type this back to me, okay?" But the message then follows is, "Have you considered the possibility that they actually want him dead too, and would happily accept a friend of his as payment if he's crossed them?"
At which point, he waves the guys behind you closer, and they sort of move forward so they're kind of flanking you maybe about 2 meters back. Well, maybe we can help you then. Would you like to step inside? And one of them opens the door that they were standing around.
I'm not stepping inside there without my...
At which point, it doesn't matter. The
comrades.
2 guys behind you are going to grapple you anyway. You will have to roll for surprise. So that will be intuition plus reaction at +3 because you did know something was up.
Okay, but
I sub-vocalized to Pug that maybe we should hit the van. This doesn't look like it's going well.
You're surprised. They grab you.
do that noise again.
And they hustle you into the door. At which point, the guy who was talking to you walks in behind you, slams the door. That leaves 4 in the alleyway, who all move to the front of the alleyway. So put their arms in front of themselves. Make sure that it's showing that they're packing and that they're ready to reach at any moment. And very pointedly make eye contact with the rest of you. Does anyone else want to try anything before we get back to Kaba?
I'm just gonna smile. We're gonna go back to the van. I'm gonna walk back to the van and arm up. I'm coming back in here like it's fucking Iwo Jima or some shit. We're going.
Yeah, van is definitely the option here.
They stole my elf. It's on now. I don't like him, but I'm allowed to not like him. They're not allowed to not like him.
Blowback doesn't like me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm heading back to the van as well, for obvious reasons. 'Cause I don't like to die.
Sure.
First things go.
All you 3 head back to the van to arm up. Kaba, you are quickly hustled in to the back of this laundrette, past, stacks of clothes and a couple of boxes which have military markings on the side, you're pretty sure. And you're quickly hustled into a back room where there are 3 older gentlemen, all Japanese, around a kind of low circular table. They talk in Japanese. You have no idea what's going on.
I'm listening through his comm link.
You are listening through his comlink. So can Pug, so can Blowback. All 3 of you should make Japanese tests, intuition plus Japanese. And it is speaking. One for Kaba, 0 for Shen. Oh, that wasn't Kaba.
I got 1.
0 for Shen, 3 for Splattercat. That would be Blowback. And 3 pseudo. So, Shen, Pug, you try and concentrate. It seems like they're talking about the price of fish, maybe? You're not sure. You definitely got the word fish. You're pretty sure that there's the word fish there. Unfortunately, Blowback and pseudo, you do gather what the conversation is about. It was basically, he's asking about Triple Z. Why is it? Is it the guy that, he might be the guy that was asking around at the pizza place earlier. Yeah. What do we do with him? I don't know. Let's find out what's going on. Do you think he knows about where he's holed up? No, it's probably fine. We should probably ask him some questions and then dispose of him. Yeah, okay. Not here. It's too quiet. It's too loud here. This is, take him up to somewhere else and we'll cap him. But first of all, let's ask him a few questions. Take him down to the basement and we'll get some answers out of him.
While this is all going on, Kaba's actually just seeing in front of his eyes, just literally translation text going through. But Pseudo is kind enough to basically alter the text where they're talking about shooting him and just say, take him up and break his legs. He's going to let him know he's in danger, but he's not going to quite let him know how much danger he's in.
Okay.
It may affect him.
That's a bug that we should probably put some legs on it because our face is about to be a grease splotch. I don't think he'll care, but I'm going to let him know.
Whilst they're doing all of that, Pseudo's just like carefully going through the gear in the back of the van, and he's taking out a mask, and he's just like fastening it over his head.
Okay. He goes, sit. Kaba, he gestures at a chair.
I'm going to sit down willingly.
Okay, the two behind you have hands on your shoulder as you sit down. So, how do you know Triple Z? The older man leans forwards and asks you in a kind of a heavy Japanese accent, while gesturing with what is quite a large, thick cigar.
I done a run with him, and he made off with all the money. So I've got a little bone to pick with him. Let's put it that way.
Roll con.
That's not.
Yes, yeah, this one was like on spur of the moment, like, oh crap, yep, let it be fast talk. 6.
Boom!
So close.
Oh, I didn't roll +2 for my my first impressions either.
That's fine. Oh, really? Who are you asking about him earlier down near Fulham?
Pseudo's going to I'm going to push information about Shooter and Deadbolt and any information I have, just the rumors as much as I can, to him, because I didn't share that information earlier on.
Okay.
I'm sharing it now about the fact that they may have done a heist against Neonet. Just to give him ammunition to continue to fuel this lie, if he should choose to use it.
I put my feelers out. So that might have been something that happened. They went to a pizza place. I don't know why they went to a pizza place though.
And the human and the troll and the dwarf across the street?
That's just my friends, my comrades.
Tell Blowback that it might be time to find a new face.
Yeah.
As much as I appreciate you wanting to look into this and your fellow runners, and he pulls out a comm link and he turns it around to you and presses a video feed, and you suddenly get this video feed of two the Japanese males with submachine guns sort of hidden under their jackets as they stand across the other side of the street from the van. He goes, I would advise you to tell your friends to calm it in future.
Alright, okay. I'll tell them to do that in future then.
Okay. Well, we do not know where your friend is. And we'd prefer it if you take your business elsewhere. Otherwise, we will have to have words.
Alright. Well, I seem to sense that you bear no goodwill towards them. So, I mean, if I find them, would you like any information sent over?
Yes, that would be great. Make 2 tests. Firstly, a con, and secondly, an insight. Judge intentions.
Alright, we'll do a regular con, plus the 2 for first impressions.
Yep. 9 successes on your con.
What is your limit on your social?
9.
My social is 9, yeah.
That was 15 dice and 9 hits.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I'm starting to think our face just has to warm up first. Like he needs like 2 hours of warm up.
While he says yes to wanting any information about this guy, he doesn't seem to really care. And also he kind of accepts your, you'll leave it alone kind of thing. And he goes, as much as I would appreciate any information you would have, I would rather if you just left it alone for now. And do not come back here again. If you do, you will have a few more holes in you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page now.
Yes. My associates will show you out.
Okay. Can I make a perception roll to see like anything of interest in this place?
Go for it.
It's only 6. Definitely 6.
You don't really see very much. Most of the guys in here are packing. There's certainly some sort of military crate of some kind in the hallway, but other than that, yeah. As you get to the back door, I would like you to resist as the guy behind you slams your head into the door frame. Let me just check how much damage it would be. Unarmed. Is it half strength or just strength? It doesn't list it.
For unarmed combat?
Yeah, just for plain damage punching. I think it's strength. Could be strength over 2. It's not listed in the weapons section, which is annoying, because I understand it's not a weapon,
it's half.
But... Half?
Is it a half? No, it's just base strength, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's just base.
Okay, so you would take net hits of 3. This is cord shot at your head, so you don't get armor. You would get 6 you need to resist with body. Oh, willpower, sorry, because it's stun. So your head is slammed violently against the side of the door frame. Like a little bit of blood trickles down your temple, and you sort of lose this kind of consciousness for like a fraction of a second as sort of the world spins around, and you're violently pushed out into the alleyway. The Japs there laugh at you. You suffer effectively 4 stun damage.
Right, I'm heading back to the. I'm gonna head back to the van.
They shout something at you as you leave and laugh. Everyone else catches it because everyone else speaks Japanese, and basically what they said was, "Run, little pixie, run."
Seems like you're pretty good at making friends, man.
Yeah.
Stop walking down dark alleys.
I'm gonna like straight up. Can we fuck these guys up?
Whilst Blowbag is like basically taking the piss out of him, I'm actually going to speak up and I'm going to talk, but I'm going to be talking through my sub-vocal as well so that he can hear. It's like, to be fair, if any of the rest of us had gone in there, with perhaps the exception of Pug, I don't think we would have been coming back out again. And only the exception of Pug, because I'm not sure that even with all of them they'd been able to kill him. Probably chopped his legs off though. Maybe his horns. Filed them down.
So are we just chilling at the van now?
Yeah, we are. With people with automatic weapons pointing them at the van.
Alright, let's get in the
van.
They're
not pointing them. They're under their suits, but they're making them shown that they have them, they can.
Yeah.
I mean, I like fighting people, so I'm okay with it, but...
I mean, it is, mid-afternoon.
They'd be shooting your van.
I haven't killed anybody in like 4 hours. I got a bloodlust right now. My character is part samurai.
I push a message to everyone saying, we could get out of the van right now, whilst they're prepared for us to attack them, or at least certainly waiting to see whether we'll rise to it. or we can come back when they're not expecting it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
if you're desperate for a fight, by all means, but can you drive me around the corner first? Because I'm not.
I'm gonna say to the guys, I'm going to say, just fucking leave it, man. We're after the guy, we're after money. I can't be fucked with this.
Here I was
Like,
getting all
blowing
husky
this
for a
place
fight,
up.
Fine.
Yeah, blowing this place up isn't going to get us any closer to the mark.
Alright. Load into the van. Once we get clear, I'll run a first aid on you. I got the med kit in the back. We'll clean you up. And so where do we want to go? We want to go back down to Orbital, or are we just like done for the day?
Well,
Our
why don't we
fish
check
get
out the?
dented.
Why don't we check out the place where he was getting the BDLs?
Okay. What was that about?
At which point, Jake calls you up, Kayla.
Yep.
Oh, what, Kayla? I had a bit of talking around. I can swing it for 1.2 grand.
Alright, hold on for a second, mate. I'm just going to say to the rest of the guys, I'm just going to mute my comm link and say to the rest of the guys, right, that's Jake on the phone. He can give me 1.2 grand for the 1.2 thousand new yen for the information that he's got on this guy that we're looking for.
You guys want to go in 300 on it? It's not that much money, but it does take an edge off of our...
10% of our pay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're taking a hit.
I push a message to everyone, but I emphasize it to Pug. We could just walk away right now, and I'm getting the feeling that you'd sooner do that than pay this money. And by all means, we can check out the BTL first, but I don't know how long Caber's contact is going to just sit there with its thumbs up its ass while we try to decide whether we're going to pay for it or not. But if we do walk away from this, it's not just that we're not going to get paid. It's going to be that we ran out on a job for someone who I don't really want to offend.
Not even that. I don't think it's about offense. I like this Vladimir guy. I'd like to do work with him again.
I didn't think we were going to run out on him anyways. I thought we were just discussing, whether or not we wanted to pay
if we
Kev.
strike out on this BTL place, and we leave, we lose out on the information from Jake, then we've got nothing.
Yeah, and I don't think shooting up a laundromat's going to get us the information we want either.
No.
It did seem kind of
some
tough.
satisfaction, maybe. I say aloud.
A lot of size.
But then I push a message to everyone saying, sure. And I wire 300 yen over to Caber.
I wire it too.
Mind.
It sounds alright with me.
Just going to put 2 words on Pseudo's little visual there. Beatrice and David.
I'm just going to dump a lot of information about the cop that Caber killed all over Pug's vision. Actually, is he wearing his goggles? Did you even see that?
Yeah.
You got tooled up, didn't you? You probably are wearing it, yeah.
He misses out on all your cleverness.
Okay.
You an ass
All right.
kicking.
So 300 to Caber.
All right, Caber, you got the cash?
Need to get the cash off of Pug. Is Pug sending me the cash?
Well, we're sending it to Pseudo, not to you.
I forwarded it on.
Okay, Caber, you got the cash?
I sent a message to Blowback saying I'm getting really fucking sick and tired.
You send the cash over?
For these guys.
Oh, excellent. So I had a bit of a dig. It turns out the Yaks over in Dagenham, he doesn't know where you are. It looks like they've been picking up someone. Got him under some sort of house arrest. Don't know what's going on there, but thought you might want to know. It looks like it might be your fella.
Huh.
Had a couple of my contacts look into it. Yak's moving weirdly. Had a bit of a look around. Seems a couple of the good old-fashioned dealers around the place been drilling for BTLs. Send him up there. Turns out Yaks have got him kind of something going on there. Not sure if he wants to be there. Not sure if they're keeping him there. As far as I can tell, he hasn't made a move out of the place. And of course, he's at Acker, so Decker could have simply contacted outside. So I think he probably wants to be there, as far as I can tell. But that's up to you to decide. He sends you the address now, and he sends you over a GPS tag.
Alright, mate, thanks a lot for that. You've really done me a solid here.
Don't worry, mate. Good old-fashioned business.
Cheers,
Don't
man.
tell me that GPS tag leads to the laundromat, because I will actually.
I was gonna say we didn't even check and see what the licenses were on those motorcycles.
You know what?
We did.
Oh, we did.
I'll
Okay.
send you over. Call it a freebie. Send you over the floor plan of this place. It's pretty old-fashioned, normal sort of apartment building, block by block. And as far as I know, that the floor plans are still the same, and the place is like 60 years old.
Thanks a lot, man.
Do. At which point, welcome to your floor plan.
Hooray! It looks like a level of Pac-Man.
Well, we know exactly where the ghost is.
Okay, so we will be wrapping up now. I think this is a good place to wrap it up for this evening. Next show, we'll see if they actually manage to find Zachary Peterson. And if they don't manage to
he's just like
kill
a
him.
puddle of blood somewhere, or I don't know.
At this rate, we're more
someone's
likely
gun
to win the lottery.
accidentally goes off and kills him or something.
We are really, really bad at shadow running. That's what I've learned the last 2 weeks, is that unless we can solve it violently, we just don't do well.
You got the investigation. You like hit up his pizza joint. You were like, as he ordered his favorite pizza, and then like the guy was right next to you and jumped on the bike. But no, you did good work there. So,
but we can't strike up a conversation to save our lives. We can't even say frickin' hello without being told to fuck off.
That old lady just had it in for me, bitch. She must have heard about Beatrice.
Well, you're an elf.
She heard about Beatrice. So true.
Yeah. I'm an elf, everyone loves me.
But that was fun.
Sure they do.
We need to get a bit better at the at actioning intel, I think.
Or going in one by one into a Yakuza laundromat.
Oh, there was two of them. I thought the old lady was going to be like my in. Literally.
You could have at least hit on her.
Yeah, you gotta work that magic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. She just made her drunk. She just intoxicated the bitch.
There we go.
You could have.
Yeah, and a drunk old lady who is somewhat aggressive to you who has a taser. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Right?
I would have been bloody hilarious for me.
The taser is probably smart enough to not activate itself if the person using it is intoxicated.
I think you have way too much faith. She would have to have modded that taser to have that kind of functionality on it.
No, I get drunk all the time. I don't want to hurt myself.
Wait, is that where they do the money laundering? Yes. Actually, that is true of real life. A lot of places,
that's
like
why it's
people
called money laundering.
Yeah, like a lot of people like the Yakuza actually do own a lot of legitimate businesses, which quite often include laundromats because they take cash.
Yeah. Nail salons too. They're always empty 24 hours a day, and yet they stay open for years and years and years. At least that's what it is around here. It's always nail salons.
Nail salons, yeah.
Yep. And of course, restaurants. But yeah, we'll be wrapping up for tonight now. We will, of course, be back next week. Now, bear in mind, everyone who's here, times are changing in the UK because daylight savings time is great, or British summertime. So basically, we'll be moving an hour backwards, unless you're in the UK.
Coming
in which
back
case,
into real time.
Yeah, we're joining you. So basically, if you're in the Americas, it'll be like, you know, an hour earlier. So instead of 2 p.m. PST, it'll be 1 p.m. PST. If you're in Britain, you're fine. If you're around the rest of the world, depends on what your daylight savings time is, but you're probably going back an hour relative to us because we're going...
Unless you're in one of those enlightened countries that doesn't use daylight saving times, in which case I envy
that'd be helpful.
We envy you deeply.
Yeah. So just if you're not sure, Twitter, or follow us here for notifications, although the notifications on Twitch can be pretty bad, so really try Twitter. Also, our YouTube channels tend to put up, like, videos saying, look, we're going to be streaming, so come check us out and stuff, so that also works, although I would recommend Twitter, at Roll4It on Twitter. But yes, we'll be back next week. We'll hopefully find out whether they manage to find Zachary Peterson, whether they choose to rip his eyes out, whether they choose to rip his cyberdeck out, and what the hell is going on with the Yakuza there. And hopefully he's actually in this apartment building. So, in the meantime, where can people catch you, Avak?
They can catch me at youtube.com/Avak, twitch.tv, I think it is, /Avak. I think it's twitch.tv, not twitchtv.com.
It is.
Thank you very much. And on Twitter, I am Avak_, because...
Okay. Cjo, when you're not trying to get yourself into a Yakuza HQ.
You can find me over at twitter.com/Steejo and youtube.com/Steejo. Pretty much it. Apart from the Pornhub one.
Shen, where can people find you when you're not offering them large amounts of pizza?
My YouTube is Shenrer2, just the number 2. And my Twitch is just Shenrer. Easy to find.
Awesome.
You might want to spell that for people, Shen, because Shenrir is not a common word.
Okay, SHENRYYR.
A double Y, you see.
Yeah. Alternatively, if you just go to people's Twitch names, which are on the screen and spelled correctly, you can probably find the links there as well. So, Splatter, where can people find you when you're not being an aggressive dwarf and saying that you should shoot up Yakuza HQ?
Splatter hasn't actually been that aggressive.
You can find me at youtube.com or twitch.com/splattercatgaming. And it's all one word, no underscores or anything. Nice and easy and standardized.
Sweet. You can catch me here, like Twitter name at Enterelysium. You can catch me on twitch.tv/Enterelysium. And you can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Enterelysium. It's fairly easy. I will be complaining about how difficult it is to write Shadowrun plots when you only have a whiteboard that's like a few meters wide, because I really feel I need more string and like corkboards and like string going across my entire room.
Or
Shadowrun plots.
Chinese laundry.
Or
Like
much
a
smaller
Yakuza
hand.
laundry.
The problem is with a giant felt tip, it's really hard to like write small because it just ends up as like a black blob.
Greater manual dexterity.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, we'll of course be back next week. Please come and check us out there, and anything you can do in the meantime to like signal boost us since we're just starting out would be great. I know I keep saying this, but you know, it really is important in the first few days to try and boost it up as much as possible. In addition, if you have any feedback, please do let us know. Let the Twitter handle know. Tell the mods, whatever. We're still looking for feedback. I mean, a number of people have said that the stuff like the dice little overlay thing that says 1 success, 2 success. Some people said they might be able to want that to show like the dice, like what dice actually roll. So if that's something you'd want, just let us know and the feedback. And of course, if you want to do fan art and stuff, I know a few people have said that they might be considering fan art. Yes, hell yes, and yes. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I certainly would appreciate fan art.
Yeah, I love fan art. It's one of my
Definitely.
favorites.
There we go. Bonus points includes Kaber getting his head smashed in against the door frame. I'm just saying.
Anything that involves violence against Kaber. No. Definitely bonus point.
I think mostly we need fan art of the gnome.
Oh, the little crack through it.
Why you dent my gnome though?
Hashtag blame
It's
Kaber.
alright, next episode I'll be fucking drop kicking the thing.
There we go. We've got one of our sub emotes when we get partnered. A broken gnome. And that's just like blame Kaber.
Don't do it. No. Unsub, unfollow.
But anyway, thank you for catching us, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place. Unless you're not in the UK, in which case the time is 1 hour earlier. Stay shiny.